Yeah, my friends, we dipped our toes in the stream that gently flows. Now it's time to take that leap into waters wide and deep. Well, hello everybody. This is Maria Grosbaum from Abissima Online Mixed Media School, and honestly, I just love rapping. I really like this genre. This is something new to me, and I really enjoy it. And you know what? I find a lot of connection between rapping and painting. It's like painting with rhythm. Really, really cool. Anyway, so listen up. Let me explain. So in this class, I'm going to follow your requests about my previous class. The previous class, and the links are below this video. Previous class was dedicated to combination of oil pastels with watercolors, and I showed you quite a few techniques and I received amazing attempts. You sent me fantastic works and I really love it, although there are also a lot of requests about how to combine, how actually to implement these techniques and create bigger paintings. So I've decided to create a new video, which is this one, and demonstrate for you a few different ways how you could use it. And as I mentioned in my rapping song, I already practiced stepping into a small stream, right? And now it's time to enter a wide flowing river. Obviously, as an artist, it's a metaphor. And as we all know, rivers flow into oceans. And I truly hope that you will reach that great ocean very soon. Okay, my dear artists, I assume that you took my previous class on oil pastels, but let me just quickly refresh for you what we are going to use. So any oil pastels, any watercolor, paper, brand, doesn't really matter. And let's just keep it very, very simple. This is my main recommendation, because you could always make it more complicated and add details, but especially for the beginning, keep it as simple as possible. So I'm painting with the yellow pastel a contour of some imaginary landscape. Okay, you could choose any color you like. I want to create something very energetic, so my choice of color was this bright yellow. So my idea is to have massive, really huge sun, some rolling hills, and something that seems like water in the front part of my painting. But now let's concentrate on the rays of light. And because I'm a creative person, I don't want to create some lines, I want to create some dots instead and see what is going to happen. All right, I'm quite happy with the amount of dots and the way I built it. As you can see, they're spreading out, fading out, but closer to the sun, the clusters are busier. Now, I'm using white pastel. I know it is impossible to see white on white, but my idea is to create something that will indicate water. And I mean, I have no idea what it's going to look like once it's finished, but something tells me this might be an interesting touch. Well, no worries, soon everything is going to be visible. So now I want to create some kind of silhouettes of the trees. I'm choosing some dark color, some kind of mix between gray and brown. I don't know, not very crazy about this particular tone, but you know what, I just need an indication. Just remember, you could always add details on top. Doesn't matter with oil pastels or watercolors, whatever you like, okay? But this is something to start with. Well, fantastic. Now I'm happy with my composition, and as you see, I kept it really simple. There's some basic lines and shapes, and now let's play with watercolors. And I chose Van Gogh, this small set, which is more than enough, and of course the sprinkler to speed up the process. Alright, so as I mentioned before, I have a vision of very warm and energetic landscapes. So for the sky, I'm using this bright burgundy-ish tone. Of course, I'm going to add some gradients, but this one would be my base color, and I'm very happy with this. And please check it out. Look at my dots, yellow dots created with pastels. See what I'm talking about? This is wonderful. All right, so because I'm a creative person, just as you are, I want to also use metal watercolors, and I'm going to leave a link below, but there are a lot of different sets of watercolors that are having metal pigments. So if you don't have them, no worries, but if you do, I encourage you to give it a try and add an extra shimmer, because shimmer and shine is always a good idea. Oh, I truly love this effect that no matter how much pigment and water I add to my work, the lines and dots and shapes created with pastels are still visible. This is fantastic. So I'm just playing. I have no idea what it's going to look like, and in order to add depth, I'm using this blue tone. In this particular set of Van Gogh, I don't have purple, otherwise I would use purple color. But now when I see how colors are interacting with each other, I actually get this purplish look. So there is this beautiful gradient overall that goes from gold to all these reds, and then purple, and then blue. And of course I love playing with the angle of my work to let the water move, and for colors to bleed and interact with each other even more. So here's my suggestion: if your paper is getting drier, always sprinkle some more. If you don't have a sprinkler, no worries, use some wide brush and reapply water as much as you need. Okay, so let's continue. So for some reason I've created my sun that has strange parts, and I want to apply different colors in each part, and let's see what's gonna happen. Well, I think I really like the way my sun looks, even it's not completed. But overall, I really like the upper part of my painting. It's quite dramatic and warm as I wanted. And yeah, let's keep playing. Yes, I'm very happy with my sun and with the sky. So I'm not going to repeat same steps for the rolling hills and the water underneath, like at the bottom of my painting, because now you know exactly how I work. Alright, so this is what my painting looks like when I added an initial layer of watercolor to the rolling hills and the river at the bottom of my painting, and now everything is visible. You could see these short lines that I've added in the beginning of the process with the white pastel. Yeah, I think it looks all really nice and quite integral, because I didn't introduce too many colors. So technically they're blues and reds and yellows and oranges, and yeah, I'm quite happy with what I'm seeing. Now I think it will be a good idea also to add some lines to my rolling hills for more texture. Well, looks good to me, and just a few more touches with the metal pigment to the river area and I'm done. Let's take a look at the final result when my painting is already completely dried. Do you see? Do you see? I think it looks really, really interesting. Anyway, let's jump to another example of techniques with watercolors and pastels, and now I'm going to use again white on white. Let's create a heart, something very simple, very sweet, very fun, very creative, very spontaneous, right? This could be really interesting for some quick postcards. It looks nice, it looks colorful and very original. Yeah, you could see a little bit of the contour of my white heart. Now let's apply colors, but before, sprinkling some water on the whole surface in order to help the colors travel easily on the paper. So once you have your contour, just apply colors, splash any colors and let them bleed and let them interact with each other. Just play. This is a very cool and very playful activity. So I really hope that you will enjoy it, and no matter really what your result looks like, the play is important, right? Let the colors find their own way to to make your artwork unique and interesting. Yeah, I think I like it very much. It's also good practice to change the angle of your paper in order to help the water freely travel on the surface. Sweet, I love this heart. Alright, so now let me show you what I've created with these materials and same techniques. So the feathers, it is very cool, very easy. Now you know exactly how it was created, with some dots and some lines with pastels and watercolor on top. This one has this I don't know, floral kind of feel. I also let colors travel easily and spontaneously on the paper. Now this one is another example of some floral abstract. I had a lot of fun creating this one. Let's see if there's anything else I've created. Well, there are more hearts, more experiments with combinations of colors. There are more feathers. I didn't finish them, but I just like them as is. I think there is a special beauty in unfinished works. So just splash colors, be courageous artists, experiment, and join my Facebook group, because there I'm going to run a contest where you could win one of my paid classes, and of course meet really cool people, like-minded artists that are very helpful and very, very good people. I'll see you there. You know the drill, rivers run till they meet the ocean sun. And I hope you ride that wave to the ocean big and brave. Are you ready? Say it loud. Let's go make ourselves so proud. Now hold on tight, hear what's up. Let me break it down, listen up.